From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning, this is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Friday, October 11th. It's here, we made it to the end of the week, but first, our first story this morning is just coming in. Several rural fire departments are on the scene of a building fire outside of Southeast Lincoln. Call came in just before 6:30 a.m. with crews from Bennett, Hickman, Southeast Rural, and Southwest Rural helping to battle the blaze near 56th and Yankee Hill. No word yet on what caused the fire or if there are any injuries, but crews are applying water to the structure from two sides to put out the flames. Check back with 1011 News as more updates become available. Your second story, 21-year-old Logan Hunt's horse, sentenced for a brutal shooting and beating death of a 62-year-old inside of a horse barn at Fonner Park last year, is appealing his sentence, saying the judge's ruling is too harsh and his lawyer was ineffective. In the brief, he says the sentence on his 2 felony charges is too long and his attorney should not have told him to take a plea deal. He ended up being convicted of second-degree murder on top of a weapons charge. The prosecution is now working on a response. Your third story, the Nebraska Supreme Court has made a decision on an executive order from the governor that forced remote workers to return to the office. Back in July, the Commission of Industrial Relations determined the governor has the right to direct state employees back to in-person work. The employees union appealed the decision. That's when the case was taken up by the Nebraska Supreme Court, which dismissed it. Fourth story, as cleanup efforts continue from Hurricane Helene and begin for victims of Hurricane Milton, and you want to offer a Nebraska nice hand, the Better Business Bureau is warning of potential scammers taking advantage. So it's best to do some quick research on who you're making your donation to, and while some people may want to donate specific items, it's best just to stick to money donations. And wrapping things up with your final story, if you missed it last night, the northern lights could be seen across much of the viewing area. Some gathered at Branched Oak Observatory last night to check them out. This because of a geomagnetic storm making the lights visible across much of the northern U.S. Explosions on the sun increased the geomagnetic activity around the Earth, creating these beautiful auroras. That is your morning pulse for this Friday, and we'll end things off with a look at your 7-day.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.